We're gonna do the red pepper soup. This one's unique and it's really good. That's why I want to end on it. I'm doubling this recipe just so you guys know because we're gonna make it need it. And we're making soup in 10 minutes. Pretty cool, huh? Might take me a little bit longer because I have to talk about it as I go. But you can get in and out of the kitchen really quick with this one. And you're gonna love this. I know I keep saying it, but you are. You're gonna love the flavor. Okay, for this recipe, we are going to use a pepper. I've got 2 out here, but we're gonna use bell pepper. We're gonna use about 5 or 6 baby carrots. We're gonna use, usually you'd only use about half an avocado, but I'm gonna use a whole avocado. We're gonna put some onion in there.
Garlic.
Put some garlic in there. Yay, garlic. Hemp seeds. Who's been cooking with hemp seeds? Kind of fun. It's gonna help give some texture and creaminess along with, of course, the avocado. We're gonna use coconut oil to do our sauteing. We're gonna add in a little bit of honey for sweetness and some vegetable broth. You could use water if you choose, or chicken broth if you're at the point in your cleanse where you can have chicken. And then I got, this recipe was inspired by actually one of the recipes that are gonna be in your booklet for your cleanse. They have recipes like this, but I added some things like the garlic and a little more onion and Indian curry instead of using just regular red cayenne. And I think the Indian curry, because it's mostly coriander and cumin, and it's got that nutty, peppery flavor, it's really gonna be awesome in this soup. I think you guys are gonna love it. A way that you can change it up is you could use coconut milk if you wanted to try something a little different. Instead of the broth, you could also use yellow curry. Okay, so let me see what I've got here to cook with. These pots, again, they're the heavy ones, so it's going to take a little bit longer for it to heat up. Let's get started chopping up what we need. Okay, we're going to start with the carrots. And we are going to just simply cut them in half. You don't have to have baby carrots, but why there's baby carrots in this recipe is because it's very fast. It's already been peeled. You could take your carrots and just simply cut them, sliver down the center. If you wanted smaller pieces, you can certainly cut them up that way. So like since I have a bunch of you here and I want to make sure that everybody gets a good bite-sized piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half. This is just however you would like to eat this in your soup. And it'll make sense to you once you eat it, but I don't know, sometimes the length of things and how much you have per spoonful makes a difference. That's to me. I don't know why, but I'm kind of particular about that. Some I want pureed and I don't want any chunks. Other things I want really chunky. Some of the itty bitty pieces so I can get a little bit of everything in my mouth at the same time. All right, we're going to use some coconut oil. I've got a teaspoon of coconut oil. And I'm going to use a little bit more because I'm doubling my recipe so everybody can have it. Coconut oil is such a good oil. So good for you. It's got the right amount of omegas in it. The omega 3 to 6 ratio is perfect in here. Smells so good. Pass that around and take a sniff. You pop it, your popcorn with it. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are going to want to get familiar with coconut oil. It's going to be an oil of choice when you're cooking through this cleanse. All right, so I'm going to put my carrots in while I am cutting up my bell pepper. You guys have seen me do this a million times today. You're going to go home and cut a bell pepper like that? This one has a little funky something in the bottom of it, so I am going to ask my helpers to rinse it. Just because I pre-rinse these at home, but you can, you never know if you're going to find something weird inside. Can you just rinse that again? Because sometimes mold or anything can get in there and change the flavor. I don't know, it just looks like a little bad spot.
Can you get coconut oil like that just in the regular grocery store?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I think most grocery stores have coconut oil now. That Nutiva it's Nutiva, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's my favorite. It's really, really yummy.
And you buy that in the grocery store?
Yep. You can, if it's not in the grocery store that you shop at, I know that you can get it at Whole Foods and Sunrise Natural Foods. I heard, thank you very much. I heard that Costco is carrying the big one. Are they still carrying it?
No. From Nutiva
to Kirkland. Okay, well I haven't tried it, but you can certainly try it there too.
It's a little more coconutty.
Yeah.
I was really afraid to try it, but we did, and I like it.
You like it? Okay, good.
The Costco brand? Yeah, it's okay.
Is it organic? Nice. Okay, so I'm just doing some nice bite-sized pieces with our bell pepper. And I'm going to do 2 just so that we can all partake in this yummy recipe. It's such a mess over here on the floor.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I've just been like chucking things over there. It's been fun. All right. All right. So these recipes are meant to get you in and out of the kitchen quick. This one you can do ahead, but it's got avocado in it, and the recipe is really kind of like a 1 to 2 person recipe. So you may want to double or triple it if you're making it at home. We're going to add in our bell peppers. A couple pieces in here are pretty chunky. Let me cut those down. All right, then I'm going to add in some onion, and you would use about a 1/4 cup or a half of a big onion. This knife needs to be sharpened. Ooh, this onion's a tough one. Wow, its outer edge is like really hard. Sup. I'm going to turn that down a little bit because we want to be cooking over medium-low heat. All right, so I'm going to do a good half portion of this onion. I'm going to do some nice small pieces on here. This is a very healthy onion. It's very crisp. Then we're going to get our avocado ready while we're sauteing this. That goes in the pan. Am I getting dirty out there too? Give it a little stir. Yes.
I'm not going to use olive oil because you need to
I did. I go back and forth because I'm using a curry with this one. Coconut really complements curry quite nicely. So, and it's coconut oil is a very healthy oil to cook with, so I use it often. Anything I can. Okay, now we're going to add in some garlic. Let's put some garlic in there. I'm going to do a couple cloves of garlic because these ones are a little bit smaller. I did. I have the lid for it. I am going to put the lid on that once I put this in, and we'll get the rest of the ingredients ready. Oops, I left the skin on that one. There we go. You know, I have a mincer. I'm going to mince this small because I think it's going to be better flavor in there. Let's do that. These little presses are way cool. This one comes from Pampered Chef. I really like using it. Oh, you guys got quiet again. Let's see, where was I last shopping? These ones came from Rayleigh's in their natural food section. These are raw organic hemp seeds. Okay, I'm going to cover this because I really want it to steam and I want the carrots to soften a bit, but I'm going to keep the temperature, it's at a medium-low setting. In the meantime, I'm going to come over here and get the measurements ready for the rest of this. Now, this recipe, if you're just doing a single, you would use 1 cup of broth or water. I'm going to use 2 cups because I've doubled the recipe. If you wanted to, again, you could use some coconut milk in there. That would make a nice flavor, nice creaminess to it. But I think our avocado gives it good creaminess too. I'm going to open up our avocado. And you just circle around the seed. And you open it up, and then I like to gently tap the seed, and it comes right out. We're going to use a spoon and scoop. We're going to add in our Indian curry and our hemp. And you would use a 1/4 cup hemp, but since I'm doing two, I'm doubling the recipe, I'm going to use a 1/2 cup. Have you guys had hemp seeds? No. You want to? Want me to pass this around? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, just pour a little in your hand. Okay, back over to our cooking pot. We're going to add the rest of our ingredients in. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 teaspoons of curry. You can use just cayenne if you want, but the Indian curry, like I said, has coriander and cumin and onion and garlic, turmeric, all really good healthy blends. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in. There is heat to this because of the cayenne, so you guys are going to taste that heat for sure. You could use a little bit less if you don't want it as hot. Woo! How about that? You guys smell out yet? Is it coming to you? Ah, it smells good. I like it. Okay, now we're going to add in our broth. And the rest of our ingredients. So we've got a couple teaspoons of raw honey.
That's not allowed on cleanses.
You can have unprocessed honey. You cannot have refined sugar.
But raw honey.
Raw honey. This one came from the guy that sold me my car. It was cool. We have a bee farmer just down the street from us. He gave me a quart of honey and I gave him some spices. It's fun. Okay, so we're just, I'm just going to go ahead and scoop out the avocado. And then we're going to put it in the pot and then chop it up as it cooks. And it's adding creaminess to this. It's going to be great. I'm going to add in our hemp seeds. And we're just going to chop that up in there. Now you can add in some sea salt. There we go. Let's do a teaspoon, because normally I'd put about a 1/2 teaspoon in, but we'll do a teaspoon since we've doubled the batch. And as you stir it up, if you guys can see that, you're just going to kind of mush up your avocado as you stir it. And it's going to kind of get creamy, thick and creamy in here. Does that smell good? I heard somebody whispering, it smells yummy, huh? Do you like curries? Oh. Yeah, okay, so you probably love to have it with the coconut milk in here. Okay, so as that cooks, I'm going to keep coming at it with the spoon and stirring it up a bit. This is just about done, so I am going to have our ladies serve this up, and I made some at home earlier today. I brought that. I'm just going to add it to it. As you can see, when your soup's done, you're going to come out with something nice and thick, and the flavor is just really, really unique and cool. It's thick, creamy, and satisfying. It's going to heat your body up. I think you'll like it. And thank you for joining me today. That's our last recipe.